good evening. This is Sundar here. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this session on land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife resources. You know what? One of the most important session that mankind needs now, because we don't take care of soil, we don't take care of natural vegetation, and we are not preserving our wildlife as well. Is it not? So this is something which you guys should really focus upon. So keeping that in mind, this is a very important chapter. I welcome all of you guys. So let us give a minute for our friends to join. Thank you, users. So guys, what's happening? You guys tell me. All set? Yeah, okay. People are slowly joining. Yeah. Hi Sarita. Am I? Sony. Muskan Tiwari. Okay. No problem, Srishti. That's fine. Hi, Beena. Welcome back. Beena Negi, right? Am I right? Thank you, Ravi Shankar. Okay. So, guys, once again, welcome all of you. For people who are new, how many of you are new here, by the way? Hi, Malla Pranitam. Many more happy returns of the day. God bless you. Hi, Abhishek. Hi. Oh, so many of you. Wow, lovely to see that. Our pleasure, Riddhi. All right. See, teachers are typically, uh, we shouldn't think like that at all. Our job is it. This is our job. So whether it is tough times or normal times, we need to keep doing, putting student in the center all the time. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much, Arushi. You're back. PUBG newcomer. Lovely, guys. Lovely to see so many of you. Okay, guys. Super awesome. I think it is time to start. Shall we move ahead? Thank you, Vivek. Lovely, guys. Wow. Guys, slowly people are coming. So don't mind because I just waited for a minute alone. Lucky Mehra. Welcome, Anshul. All right, Lucky Mehra. Hi, Nitya. Guys, so many new faces today. Lovely to see that. No problem. Please ask your doubts, Riddhi. We'll get it clarified. Shall we move on? Okay, by the way, guys, quickly for all of you, the way it happens is, on to the next slide. Vedantu Young Wonders for people who are new. So many are new. We are a channel who focus on, give me a minute. Is buffering? Yeah, we focus on 6th, 7th and 8th grades. Okay, and what do we do? On a daily basis, you will find live sessions happening. And every live session will be followed by an interactive quiz. You're going to see that and enjoy it. Okay, superb. Thank you, Ashish. Frankly, I learned from you guys only. So probably I am experienced or not, I don't know. But every single day, with all the comments, I keep watching you guys and learning from you. Right. So guys, it's a great place to be. Vedantu Young Wonders. You will find very exciting quizzes happening on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. General knowledge quizzes, okay, will be happening. Today, we had an amazing quiz on books and authors. Okay, so like that, day after tomorrow, that is on Sunday, you also have a quiz on spell bee. It's a spell bee contest. You will pronounce the word, you have to find the spelling for it. It will be very interesting. It is at 7 p.m. Subscribe to the channel. Please join these sessions, guys. Okay, by the way, during this season, Vedantu's topic courses, we call it as micro courses. Every course will cover one topic. These courses are given for 1 rupee. One full topic covered for 1 rupee. Guys, go to this link. Note down the link. Not now. Note it down now and go to this link after the session. vdnt.in/ytmicro. And then pick as many courses as you want. Got it? Okay, I'm moving on. So what are we here? What are we going to deal with? What do we have? So we are going to cover land, soil, use of land. What are the different places, what are the different uses of land? Factors of soil formation, how soil actually gets formed. There are different layers, I hope you know, right? When it comes to the earth's crust, there are different layers. So how is soil formed? Okay. And conservation of land resources, how important it is to conserve. Degradation of soil. Soil erosion happens, right? How and what should we do to conserve that? Very important. To start with, guys, wow, that's a lovely picture, is it not? Yes? So land is one of the most important natural resource, covering 30% of Earth's area, surface. Now, you can't live in all parts, like mountains, steep places, you can't really live, right? So all parts of the land are not habitable. That is, you can't live there, dwell there. So uneven distribution of population is because of the nature of the land. Because there are places where nothing grows. You can't live in deserts, right? So uneven distribution of population is there due to different features of the land and the climate. So you have to remember, land is most important. 30% of Earth's surface covered by land, okay? And you can't live in all different, all kinds of land. And because of which, because of certain climatic and climatic as well as the structure, geographical structure of the land, you can't live. That population is also distributed unevenly. This is one part. I hope you're clear. This is a simple one. Now, so I think I spoke about it. Why can't we live in all kinds of lands? Number one, rugged topography. So there are certain places like steep hills and all, you can't live. Steep slopes of mountains, you can't live. Low-lying areas, anytime there's, landslides can happen. Low-lying areas, deserts, very thick forests, these are places where you cannot live. Similarly, plains and river valleys. Okay, these are places which are very, very densely populated because you can do agriculture there. So you can live there. So what is the most preferred area to live? Plains and river valleys. Around the river, you will find very good vegetation, very suitable for agriculture. Okay, near the river valleys. Plains and river valleys, very suitable for living. Remember this. Got it? Moving on. What are the uses of land, guys? Let me see. What are you guys saying? Topography generally is the elevation, the height. Okay. Now land use. Land is used for different purposes. Typically, I'll give you a few examples. Agriculture is one. Forestry. You have forests where you have very rare fruits, vegetable, wood. A lot of things are there. Mining, right? Land is also used for mining. You have what mines are there? Quarries are there. You have coal mines there. You also have gold mine, metal mines to get ores. So land is used there. Building houses, land is used. Roads and setting up of industries. Typically, land is used for almost everything, right? So it is commonly, these uses are commonly termed as land use. Got it? Super. Moving on. Isaz Ali, just now I told you, beta. Param. Yes, I'm from Bangalore. Vishwat. We have we have analyzed different timings. Then we found 1 p.m. is perfect for everyone. So I understand you have classes till 1:30. Let me analyze it and come back to you, but I can't commit. Okay. Right. Right. Super. Guys, what determines how a land is being used? What will decide? Number one, physical factors like the topography. the soil, nature of soil in the land, the climate of that region, minerals, and how much water is available, based on which we can decide whether to use it for agriculture, use it for industries, mining, whatever it is. So one is physical factors like the topography, soil, climate, minerals, and water availability. Along with that, land use is also determined by how much population is living in and around that area. Depending on that, industries will come. Depending on that, also the technology, what kind of technology is also available there. This is more human factors. So there are two factors. One is physical and more natural in nature. The other is human factors, which is typically population and technology. These two factors determine how a land is being used. Right. Thank you, Akshat. Thank you. Lovely. I hope you guys are very clear. Give me a yo, guys. If you guys are very clear, give me a yo. Okay. Salination is nothing but, see, waters, especially seawater, has its own salty properties, right? Yeah, that is called salination. Okay, great. Sir, least population in which area? Depends on the nature of the land. If you look at it, there are very, very, unlivable places. Middle of the desert, who can live? So least populated areas, you can't really, find them out. Right. What is the difference between altitude and topography? See, altitude is generally determined by some objects like mountains, etc. Topography can be applied to anything, the height. You getting it? I'll explain it in deeper now. Don't worry. I think there are some slides also on this. Now, land based on ownership. This is very simple. I'm not going to spend time on this. Two types of land. One is a private land. We have our own land. We have built our own houses. That's a private land. It belongs to me. I'm the proprietor. But community land is there. Okay, community land, say for example, forests. Certain areas of forest and all, they are owned by a community, government and the community. These are community land, right? And it's also in villages and all, if you go, there are places which are owned by a community, not just one individual. That's called a community land. And the uses of that, such places, they collect fruits, nuts, forests, fodder, etc. So land ownership is private and community land. Clear? These are very simple, right? Very simple slides for all of you. Yeah, Srishti, that is right. Bangalore is getting polluted, like anything. However, if you look at it, over the last, Corona came as a blessing in disguise. You know what happened? Nature is taking its, nature is showing its dominance now. Now, a lot of things, the vegetation has improved a lot, pollution has reduced a lot. Because of it, I am sure once everything is open again, everything will go back to square one. Okay, now, what are the different reasons why land degradation happens? Okay, what is degradation? Quality of the land comes down, right? So, number one, land is very limited. We have only 30% of the earth covered by land, right? So, degradation happens especially when people keep, disturbing the land to build commercial areas, housing complexes, etc. Urban needs. In rural areas, again, they disturb the land, but it's kind of a much needed one for agricultural activities. You getting it? So urban needs and rural needs are different. Urban needs, people keep expanding by building commercial areas, housing complexes, etc. But rural places, they want to do agriculture. For that, they need land. But when you keep using it, the quality of the soil gets degraded. I hope you would agree with me, right? Are you aware that the more you use the land, the quality of the soil gets degraded? Hey Akshat, come on, not at all. It's very, very simple. Hi Neha. Guys, is everyone clear how land degradation happens? Degradation is you are touching or disturbing the quality of the land, soil, or anything for that matter. So when you keep, if you have to build something, you have to disturb. If you have to do agriculture, again you have to use the land only. So when that happens again and again, the quality of soil gets degraded. Guys, give me a yo. This is an important thing. If you guys are understanding, please give me a yo. Come on. Yes. Superb. Lovely. Okay. Outcome. Guys, as a result of which, as a result of land degradation, what are different things happen? Landslides. The grip of the land is lost. Land starts sliding down. Number one. Number two, soil erosion. Soil gets eroded and becomes unusable. Number two. Number three, desertification. Slowly, when as a result of degradation, the land becomes unlivable, becomes like a desert, totally unusable. These are major threats to our environment. Clear? So, land degradation, landslide as a result of that, soil erosion, desertification. Right? Or these are major threats to our environment. Geetika, I just repeated. Are you clear now? Lovely. Hi, Dinesh Bhai, welcome. Now consider, so now we need to ensure we have a big responsibility to protect our land resources. What should I do for that? Number one, we need to be, first we need to accept, the fact that land degradation is happening because of us. Number one. So we need to bring it down. Rate of land degradation should be checked and brought down. Number one. Number two, grow more trees. Guys, if at all you want to do something to the society, growing more trees is the best solution. You know what? It's better than charity on a long run. Number three, land reclamation. You need to ensure that land is given back its fertility. Land reclamation. Number four, using pesticides, fertilizers, everything totally spoils the quality of soil. Okay, and disturbs not just the soil alone, the water beneath it. So, number four is we need to regulate the use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers. And number five, just have a check on if too much of grazing happens. If we allow our cattle to do too much of grazing over a land, you will find that at one point in time, you will find that at that land, all the vegetation is totally lost. So you need to have a check on overgrazing. I'll call you Mr. Isu. I'll call you. Right? Okay. So now you know what are the different ways. Check on land degradation. Plant more trees, which is afforestation. Ensure we do to we take measures to improve the quality of soil. Land reclamation. Use of keeping a check on using pesticides and fertilizers, and also checking overgrazing. 5 points. Clear? Guys? Hi Ronit, after a long time. Okay. Someone is saying, sir, can you explain land degradation again? For different reason, the quality of the land comes down, right? Right. You need to keep checking how is the quality of the soil. So we need to keep a rate of degradation. You can't prevent completely the degradation completely, but you can keep it on check. That's what they mean by present rate of degradation should be checked. Currently, there is a rate of degradation. It should be kept on control. Now, soil. Guys, now this is all about land. Can we do something, all of us? Before I move on, or we'll complete it probably in another 4-5 slides. Once we are done, we will go to Menti. We will then do a very interesting quiz. Soil is nothing but a very thin layer, sometimes thick, layer of grainy substance covering the top surface of the earth. Thin layer of grainy substance, it's a very generic definition, covering the surface of the earth. Now coming to soil. Hi Ronit. Oh, okay, got it. Wow, very nice of you to see you still here in Young Wonders. Soil is made of organic matters, minerals. So what is it made of? Right? Typically, if you look at it, weathered rocks, weathering happens. I'll show you some pictures. Okay, weathered rocks, organic matters. What are organic matters? Plants, decayed, right? Animals, decayed, organic matters. And minerals, these are things that make soil. Everyone clear? Okay, generally soil comes as a result of weathering. Weathering is breakage, natural breakage of rocks into small granules. Now, right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. This is why we use natural manures. The right mix of organic matter and minerals makes the soil very fertile. The quality of the soil can be improved when you use this kind of organic manure. Organic manure is what? It comprises of organic matter. Decayed plants. You also use worm, right? Composite manure. You call it like earthworms. They are also organic. So mix of minerals and organic matter, they make the soil they improve the quality of the soil, making it fertile. Okay, so look at a few different, types of soil. Clay, loam, sand, gravel. Each of them have their own differences and features. Clay, loam, sand and gravel. Oh, is it so? Okay, very good, very nice. Ananya, pesticide is important, but very controlled use of pesticide is very important. Getting it? Weathering, I just told you, right? Weathering is the breaking up and decay of exposed rocks. Okay, slowly rocks with time, they start breaking up. It could be time, temperature, a lot of reasons are there. See here, frost action, plants, animals, human activity, weathering happens. And due to weathering, you will find the rocks become soil slowly in course of time. They get broken into granules. Everyone knows weathering, guys? Now you're clear? Now what is soil made of? Look at this, beautiful. It's a very interesting picture. So soil profile is made of different layers. So first one is called topsoil. Topsoil is the most important for vegetation. For anything to be grown in the soil, topsoil plays the most important role. Okay? It has that humus, right? The fertility you call it as, and the vegetation. Topsoil, remember. Next here, second layer is subsoil, which comprises of sand, silt, the leftovers along with clay. And below that, you have the weathered rock material. And the last layer is the actual rock which got weathered. Parent rock, weathered rock material, subsoil and topsoil. Guys, any questions? Geetika, it's a big concept. It's called vermicompost. Whenever you guys are free, please Google vermicompost. Using earthworm, all right, as manure. Right. It's a great way. It's a natural reaction with which the manure operates. You would be able to use that manure really well. It's a huge concept, but very essential now. When earthworms are put, what happens is they loosen the soil with their movement. That really helps vegetation, facilitates vegetation. I think Geetika, I have answered you a little. Since due to lack of time, I'm not going too deep into it. Okay. Right. Okay, Riddhi is asking another question. Sir, does pesticides affect the farmer's health? Definitely yes. If not handled carefully, pesticides does not just affect farmers' health alone, it affects all our health also. Guys, are you sure the quality of fruits and vegetables you eat today are perfect and it's not going to hamper your health? Answer me, come on. Hardik, huge rocks are there. Slowly with time, when I say time, few hundreds of years also sometimes, they break up. When they break, they get broken into small pieces and eventually into small granules. That's how the layer of soil is formed. Clear? That is called weathering. Okay, now factors for soil. Number one, parent rock, the bottommost. Remember? That determines color, texture, the property of the soil. Number two, altitude, the altitude and slope. Is it a flat place? We call it as plains, right? Is it a flat place or is it a slope? That also determines the density of the soil. Number two, guys, parent rock, you know. What is altitude and slope, you know. Number three, climate, temperature and rainfall, right? That influence the rate of weathering of the rocks and the humus formation. All right, the moist soil is there, right? In layman terms, that's called humus. So, climate, temperature and rainfall, the three factors put together, they influence weathering and the humus formation. Parent rock, altitude and slope, climate, rainfall and temperature. Time. How long has the soil been used or left unused? It also determines the thickness of the soil profile. If you have been using it for a long time, you will naturally see the soil profile is degraded. Then the fifth one, I just told you, right? Flora, fauna, microorganisms, they affect the rate of humus formation, including earthworms. These two are different comparisons, HD. Guys, no doubt, sulfuric acid is definitely dangerous. Wow, why are you asking this question? Right? So now you know what are the different factors that influence soil formation. Guys, this is a little longer chapter, don't mind, but it's very important. Understand every single bit of it. Till this, is everyone clear? Give me a yo, guys. Come on. Third point, are you speaking about flora, fauna and microorganism? So guys, when it comes to the soil, the plants, the animals, okay, and also microorganisms, everyone play a vital role when it comes to the usage of the soil, right? I just gave an example of earthworms. You also have microorganisms influencing the nature of the soil, the humus, and also the minerals. That determines the quality of the soil. And plants and animals, they graze, they use the soil. To what extent the soil is being used by them, that also decide on the quality of the soil. Right. So these 5 points are important. Don't forget. Degradation. I think we spoke about land degradation. It's very similar, but we are a little deeper. Soil degradation. Guys, currently the balance of the earth has a lot to do with less soil erosion and depletion. So the more soil gets eroded and depleted, it's a major threat to our environment. Soil erosion it can be through water, floods. It can be through soil erosion can also happen by overuse. It can also happen through earthquakes and all. So degradation of soil, under that soil erosion, number one, soil erosion and depletion. Number two, we use human beings and natural factors also lead to degradation. So degradation of soil, soil erosion, depletion, human and natural factors. Give examples. Deforestation, human factor. We only cut down trees. Overgrazing, again, we only allow the cattle to overgraze. Number three, use of chemical fertilizers, again human factor. Rainwash, floods, landslides, floods, these things affect the soil, or in other words, these things degrade the soil. So landslides are a mass movement. Landslide is nothing but mass movement of rock or also, pushing the soil debris down a slope. It generally happens in hilly regions. They often take place in conjunction with earthquakes, floods, rainfalls and volcanoes. Landslides happen because of these four: earthquakes, floods, rainfall, volcanoes. So example, we'll do Shrestha, don't worry. It is called vermicompost. Okay, Ranjana? So example is Pangi village near Rekongpio, Kinnaur district, HP, Himachal Pradesh, where landslide occurs. Clear? Okay. So now what should I do to conserve the soil? Number one, guys, please be with me on this. Number one, mulching. Mulching is the bare ground, right? Look at that picture. The soil is covered with organic matter to retain soil moisture. It's called mulching. Mulching is covering the soil with organic matter like straw. For what? To retain moisture. Number one. Contour barriers. You see contour barriers in the second picture? They are called contour barriers. Right? So, stones, grass, soil used to build barriers. Why? So that water stays in that place. Guys, is everyone clear with contour barriers? Our objective is to keep water in the same place so that soil moisture is there. So, building contour barriers is also one. Rock dam. Pile of rocks similar to contour barriers, but it is thoroughly through stones and rocks. That's called rock dam. Building a dam with rocks to ensure that water doesn't just like that flow down. It slows and stays in the place for a longer period of time. Otherwise, landslide or soil erosion will happen, right? Water will wash away everything. So, mulching, contour barriers, rock dams. Guys, is everyone clear with all these three? Tell me, Bhavana. Yeah, Vijender, we are moving towards, I think we are almost, only one more slide after this. Guys, I know it's a bit lengthy. Okay, pardon me. We'll close now. Terrace farming. Terrace farming is nothing but, guys, there are, especially in tea estates and all, if you go, you will find step by step, steep slopes will be used for growing crops. Step by step it will be there, right? They reduce the surface runoff and prevent soil erosion. It's called terrace farming. You see the pictures. Everywhere you put the pictures. Right? Similarly, intercropping is growing crops with different gaps. And these crops are also sown and grown at different times. It's called intercropping. So terrace farming, all of you know what is terrace farming? In a terrace-like, steps-like structure, you are growing the crops. For what? To ensure soil does not erode that easily. Intercropping is growing crops at different times to protect the soil from rainwash. Rainwash is very simple. When there is heavy rain, it washes away the soil also. The fertility also keeps moving to other places. So that's called rainwash. Okay, guys, before we move to the Mentee quiz, last part. Contour plowing. Guys, whatever we dealt with, I know that there's too much of cognition. You need to learn a lot. It's a very, very important chapter. Okay? Contour plowing. Plowing parallel to the contours of a hill to form a natural barrier. Okay. See, there is a hill. The hill has contours, the slopes, the steps as you call it. Okay, exactly the same way you plow in parallel to the contours, because already there is a contour to prevent soil, and when you grow these crops, when you plow just exactly the same way to the opposite, you will find that water cannot flow. Simple, guys. I have a barrier. I keep up, I grow crops parallel to it. How will water flow here? It will not, right? Already there is a barrier. So contour plowing is nothing but plowing parallel to the contours of a hill slope. One hill slope, if it is this is a hill, in the slope, parallel to one another, you keep them. It's called contour plowing. So last one is shelter belts. Especially in dry regions, coastal regions, rows of trees are planted instead of stones. We saw rock dams, etc. Trees are planted. Why? When heavy wind is there, soil is also blown off. Agreed? When there is heavy wind, soil is also blown off. To have a check on that, you grow plants, natural barriers to control the wind movement and protect the cover of the soil. My dear kids, I hope everyone is clear. Okay, guys, someone is asking, Sri, mulching is, I just wanted to check what was your question? Whenever the soil is kept moist, what happens? When the soil is kept moist, the fertility remains kept intact. So to keep the soil moist, especially during summer or hot times, you cover the soil with something organic like straws, etc. That's called mulching. Clear? Tag rocks, what's your question? My request is, okay, please put hashtag Shiksha and type your questions. I'll ensure all your questions are answered. Okay? Lovely. Yeah. Are you guys ready? Shall I take you to Menti now? We are going to start the quiz. Come on, give me a yo, guys. Plowing is nothing but loosening the soil. You have to loosen the soil before sowing seeds. That's the first step. You'll always have, you'll see farmers having that plow, right, in their shoulders. Yes. Loosening the soil. Okay. Lovely. Yo, 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 yo. Wow. Dharmendra's question is, sir, I don't see these methods in different places. Right? In many places. You will not see them in many places, but you will see them in different places. Okay? So these are not methods used in the same place. You will find them being used in different places depending on the so many factors. Topography, what kind of place, is it a plain, is it a river valley, different. The nature of the vegetation and the nature of the land. Cool, guys. Here I go to Mentee. My dear kids, the Mentee code for today. Guys, for people who are new, we are starting the interactive quiz. Please open a separate tab. Guys, this is for all of you. Do not quit Mentee. Do not quit YouTube. I don't want anyone to quit YouTube. Be there. Open another tab in your browser. Go to www.mentee.com. If you quit YouTube, my voice will totally be lost. Okay, then you will not be able to pick up clues that I give you during the quiz. So go to mentee.com, type the code 371524. 371524. Okay. Come on, guys, come on. 371524. I don't see any movement at all. What's happening? Where are you seeing this heading? Deepak, come on, beta, carry on. Guys, only 90 of you have joined. What's happening? Quick, 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 quick. Come on. Has everyone joined? Okay, ore is nothing but the raw form of a mineral. Who is that? Raju Narla? Ore is nothing but the raw form of a mineral. I am putting it in very simple words for you. Okay. Okay, let us start the quiz. Here we go. What happened, Omi Kuswaha? Right. Starting the quiz now. Oh, strange. All right. First question on your screens. Be ready, all of you. Here we go. The uneven distribution of population in the world is mainly due to the varied characteristics of what? Land and climate, water, air, all of this. Guys, Menti is a bit different now, right? This is the first time I'm looking at it differently. The uneven distribution of population in the world is mainly due to varied characteristics of land and climate, water, air, all of this. Last 5 seconds. All of this, how many of you chose? 187 of you. It's not the right answer. See, guys. The uneven distribution of the population is due to land, climate, water. Air is never, it never comes into picture, correct? Air is there everywhere. So if you choose air also in all of this, then it's wrong. 101 of you got this right. Okay, here we go. Leaderboard. Wish is topping the list, followed by Gurshabajot and Aram Lioness. Zlatan, top 5. Anchal, Pingu, Mr. Incredible, Sidali and Nirupama. Next 5. Kids, I hope you're loving it. Come on. Next question on your screens now. Choose the example of a common property. Okay, what is a common property resource? Remember, 2 types of land. I said, this is the clue. Community land, individual building, both 1 and 2, none of this. Time is running. Hey Jyoti, I didn't explain. Come on, don't tell me that. We started the entire session with this only. What is a land? What are the types of land? What is land use? I said, remember? You guys are forgetting. Okay, community land. Remember, community land, I explained you what is community land. I gave you example of villages. Yes, I also said there are places of forests owned by, certain communities, tribals and all. They collect fodder, fruits, nuts, everything from the community land. Guys, leaderboard now. Come on, pick it up. Wow, Gurshab at top. Wow. Amazingly answered, Gurshab, very fast. Followed by Vatsal, Sakina, Piyush, Debisha. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chavi, Anubhav, Tanmai, Shobhya, and V Rocks, respectively. So now let us move to the next question. Which of the following determines the use of land? Soil and topography, climate and vegetation, availability of water, or all of this? Come on, I know you will answer it very easily. Yeah, you guys are getting it. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on, come on. Time is running. Last one. 7 seconds. Good, Vivek. Good, good. Keep it up. All of this. When it comes to the use of a land, we look at the soil, the topography. Is it usable? Climate and vegetation. What kind of things grow there? And availability of water. Depending on these things, we decide whether to use the land or not. Got it? Okay, super. 195 of you. So now, is it going to change the leaderboard? Yes, Vatsal is at the top now. Vatsal, Shubhya, no, Vatsal, Amaz Khan, Sudhanshu, Ritik, and Shubhya. Top 5. Rudra, Anshul, Srinisha, Shreya, and Anita. Yeah, next 5. Okay, kids. Moving on to the next question. Here we go on your screens. The lowermost layer of the soil, lowermost. Remember, I explained all the different layers. What is the lowermost layer? Weathered rock, parent rock, subsoil, topsoil. Come on, guys. Don't weather my heart by giving a wrong answer. I explained you layer by layer. Time is up. Good. Parent rock. Remember, parent rock. After that, the weathered rock. Topsoil is where all the humus and that stuff, right? The vegetation happens in the topsoil. Okay. Now the leaderboard after 4 questions. Vatsal, Amaz Khan. Okay, is it changing? No. Sudhanshu, Anshul and Rudra. Top 5. Shubhya, Srinisha, Shreya, Anita and Yutiksha. You love your grandpa. Me too. Very nice. Okay, guys. So Vatsal, come on. Keep it up. Guys, give him a tough fight. Let's see. Generally, it's around 7 questions, guys. 7 or 8 questions maximum. Why is conservation of land resources required? Land is abundant, land is limited, land is available, none of these. Why is conservation required? Is it land is abundant? Is it because it's limited, or is it because it's coming free of you, free of cost? Think, think, think. Yes, good, good, good. We have only 30% of the land, and in that also, only 30% of the Earth's surface is land. In that also, not all the land is usable. So that's where the problem lies. Clear? Okay. So my dear kids, question number 6. Before that, the leaderboard says Vatsal is still at the top. Amaz Khan, Shubhya, Yudiksha, Srinesha. Top 5. Anita, Arkajit, Sonu, Shraddha and Aditya. Next 5. Wow. Hopefully, question number 6. What is referred to as the breaking up and decaying of exposed rocks? Breaking up and decaying of exposed rocks for soil formation. I've given you a clue. Erosion, landslide, weathering, gradation. Yeah, super guys. You guys are smart. Time is up. Weathering, isn't it? Yes, 188 of you got it right. Superb. Now, Vatsal. Wow, he's still at the top. Well placed. Guys, Vatsal, Amesh, Shubhya, Srinisha, Yudiksha. Top 5. Anita, Arkajit, Shalom, Aditya, and Eram. Guys, hopefully the last question for today. Come on, guys, fight it out. Fight it out. Don't give it up. Which of the following is used for soil conservation? Options: mulching, shelter belts, contour plowing, all of this. Super easy question. Cakewalk for all of you. So now, last 2 seconds. One, time is up. Wow. All of them. All of them is the right answer. So guys, 198 of you got this right. Now tell me who's going to win today's quiz. Vatsal. Wow, Vatsal is winning today's quiz, guys. Many congratulations, Vatsal. 6,844 points. Followed by Amaz Khan, Yudiksha, Anita, Arkajit. Top 5. Keep it up. Congratulations to all of you. Shalam, Yeram, Aditya, BioLover, and V-Rocks. Many congratulations to you two guys for having made it to the leaderboard, sticking on to the leaderboard. Guys, I hope you learned a lot from today's session. It's very important, and you also enjoyed the quiz. Needless to say that. Yes? So lovely. Thank you so much, guys. I don't want to stretch it and take more of your time, but do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Right? Newcomers, I will see you tomorrow once again with a very interesting session on social science as well as English. English grammar, you will have a very interesting quiz session as well. If you like the video, hit the like button, guys. Until I meet you tomorrow, this is myself,